Oh yeah, we're all right. We're not bad.
Nah.
We'll be all right. Yeah, but welcome back.
Shit, ain't traveling far today.
Yeah, probably not. It may end up being a short episode just because of the weather. Hope everybody's staying safe in the weather. If you're not, well, actually, so my brother was telling me last night back home in Kentucky that, like, evidently it had flooded so bad, and then it immediately started snowing, so, like, all of the rain is just, like, from where it essentially created lakes and everybody's front and back side yards, it's now just ice. I told him he should go ice skating, but...
Is Lowe's still going to be open?
It's open.
Oh.
I think TI was open too.
I was surprised TI was open because last time it slowed. It was closed.
I think everything's open right now. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Either way, we got some fun stuff to talk about. We got to talk about the Super Bowl.
Hey, did we talk about the Grammys last time?
We did, yeah. So Armando and I talked about the Grammys. And all of Kanye's craziness and how Kendrick won 4 Grammys and definitely deserved it. You know, I mean, there are 3 rappers that are really, really good when it comes to, like, lyrics and, you know, being able to write well. And they're definitely poets. And I would say they're Eminem, Juice WRLD, and Kendrick. I just think, you know,
for sure.
They're just the best when it comes to lyrics and stuff. But yeah, let's hit some intro music, and then we can chat about the Super Bowl and Kendrick Lamar's performance at the Super Bowl. Yeah, let's hit some intro music.
I like the performance. Halftime show.
It was definitely, it was good.
Overall, the Super Bowl was just pretty terrible in my opinion because it didn't even feel like a Super Bowl. It was just a game.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I liked it because, you know, I'm an Eagles fan, so I kind of have to like it.
Yeah.
But it was still, like, you know, Eagles could have played better. The Chiefs definitely could have played better.
They could have made it more intense.
Yeah, the entire rest of the season they were playing, like, you know, very fast-paced.
Close games.
And, you know, and then they got to the Super Bowl, and it's like they just completely gave up. So, I don't know what was going on there, but...
The offensive line was terrible.
That's okay. It was okay for me because I'm an Eagles fan. So, hey, I've been ever since the Eagles sucked. So, you know. And the Eagles will probably not do great next year because they did great this year because that's how we are. We, you know, every couple years.
I mean, y'all might just be good next year again because y'all keeping everybody.
Yeah, well, we'll have Saquon and Smith. And, yeah, so it won't be bad. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar's performance, though. That was interesting.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was cool. I really liked it. Okay, there was a lot of symbolism in it, obviously, okay? A lot of symbolism with, you know, the government and...
I like how you put Samuel Jackson.
All that. Yeah, I was about to say, that's crazy because if you think about it, that was a diss to Drake, right? Because Drake talking about the uncle and all that kind of stuff.
And he also had Drake's ex in there, Serena Williams.
Yeah, that was
insane.
That was wild. And so, like, Kendrick wasn't supposed to play They Not Like Us at all, but he did, which is kind of crazy. I think he did really well.
I think it was good.
I loved having Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. I loved how that was just, like, absolutely roasting the crap out of Drake. I think that's awesome.
I mean, when you look at the crowd, like, people was having videos, the crowd wasn't really into it.
Yeah. But I think that's a different type of crowd, you know?
Yeah.
You had all of these, you know, very...
Older, like...
Yeah, a lot of older guys that were there, yeah. You know, you had all the old heads there that don't understand, and it's like you didn't have any of the Gen X. That was definitely that's all it was Gen X. the halftime show was for Gen Z. It's for our generation for sure. Y some, and definitely Z. But yeah, it was like all of these Gen X people were like, what in the world is going on? Well, it's not for them. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. There were also a lot of like little subtle things that Kendrick did that was just, I don't know, it's kind of crazy because the entire thing was just a live diss track, to Drake is really what it was. That's what the entire thing was. All of it was just to roast the crap out of Drake. And hey, Canada seems to think that they're better than the U.S., and then we absolutely stomped their butts in their own sport, hockey, the other day after they booed us in the national anthem. So
wasn't there like a few fights?
Oh, there were 3 fights within the first
9 seconds.
Yeah,
there was 5 fights in the first 9 seconds.
Yeah, I think it was 3 fights within the first 9 seconds and 5 fights within the first minute. But yeah, that was wild. Yeah, no, we don't mess with good old American boys. Get your butts kicked. And I think that was kind of surprising because Canada thought, oh, hey, this is our sport. We can kind of stomp all over them and talk trash about the U.S., especially since, to be fair, we kind of had it coming because of Trump and, trying to, one, putting tariffs on Canada, but 2, the whole fact that he's like, let's make Canada a state, which is crap, and we should not do that. But either way, nonetheless, whether you believe that or not, that's besides the point.
I think they were talking about they gonna make foreign cars. I think it was Porsche. They said they're gonna start making those in the United States now.
Yeah, well, tariffs. There are a lot of car manufacturers that are doing that too. It's just not. I mean, that's not unexpected.
Yes,
we should definitely see that coming because, when it comes to that kind of stuff. Well, there's also a lot of other things that a lot of manufacturers are moving to the U.S. and we have a giant steel industry in the U.S. already. So it's they might as well come down here anyways because they're having to, we're exporting all kinds of steel to all of these car manufacturers all over the world and parts and stuff, and then they're importing it back to the U.S., in the full car. So they might as well just move it here. But I don't know, there's ups and downs to both of that. So, but my thing is I like foreign cars. Obviously, we talked about, German and British cars that I like, and even the Japanese cars. My biggest thing is I just don't want them to continue to make American versions of cars. Germany, for instance, their American version is the BMWs. They don't have
BMWs. I'm going to tell you,
front-wheel drive in Germany.
BMW's new electric prototype car has more torque than 11 Bugattis Chirons.
You're kidding.
Instead of that, it had, let me see if I can...
Yeah, but is it faster, and can it handle as well?
I said one Bugatti Chiron has 1,600 newtons meters of torque, and then BMW has 18,000 newtons of meters of torque.
How many feet of torque does the Corvette E-Ray have?
Oh, yeah.
That's a question because that has that, electric drivetrain motor
as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the E-Ray. So I'm wondering how much that has compared to the Chiron. But it's a Bugatti. It's would you rather have a Bugatti or a BMW? Probably going to choose Bugatti. Nah. Unless you're thinking, about gas mileage and things like that. But if you want a cool car, go with the Bugatti. I would probably take a Bugatti over a BMW,
So the Corvette,
says
Corvette E-Ray has 595 pounds-feet of torque.
So that's not that much.
No. Still probably
595. Yeah, that's not so crazy.
Nah.
Could be better, could be worse.
Car dirty.
Not the greatest. Yeah, they've been driving a while. But yeah, I don't know. It's German cars, like I was saying, they don't have in Germany front wheel drive. BMW, like, that's just not really a thing. That's a very American thing to have front wheel drive cars, and I hate front wheel drive cars. I think they should either be rear wheel or all. There's no reason to have front, you know? So that's my thing, especially on days like this where it's full of snow. Front wheel drive is not really going to do you very
I like
well.
front wheel drive, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just like to feel the engine under my feet.
I mean, that's really the engine. If you have, you know, that's a whole other thing.
Nah, because we were riding in Tyler's grandma's Xfinity.
Yeah.
Infinity JX35, and it's a front wheel SUV. And like he was wondering what it was, and he said he could feel more of the power in the front. So we figured it was just front wheel drive.
I don't know. I think it depends, because like when you really get into it, you know, and you have like Ferraris and Corvettes and stuff, you're obviously gonna
Handles
feel.
better. Now in snow, rather have rear wheel all of them, but
I don't know.
without snow, like I'd rather just have front wheel drive just because it handles better.
I don't think it does.
Like,
Especially
rear wheel?
I think rear wheel handles much better than front.
That's the thing.
Especially like, you know, because when you have rear wheel, you don't have as much over or understeer going around curves and corners and stuff, because you're turning with the front and you're not also propelling with the front.
Like,
You know?
who said I was just
So you
racing?
have
Who
that.
said I was trying to go around curves?
I'm just saying, like,
just driving.
no, I'm just saying, like, when I drive back home, you know, I'm going through the mountains and stuff, and so, you know, going up and down and around all of the corners and stuff, like, the rear wheel just allows me to propel and be able to turn a lot easier, so the handling there just works better.
I had better handle with a front wheel car, to be honest. That's just my opinion.
I don't know. I'm gonna say your opinion's wrong.
Nah, never.
No, just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. It's
We got a race one day and see which one's better.
Oh, we definitely should. Oh, we got to talk about our race that we had. You
She
know,
was
Gran Turismo.
Every time I just use a regular car, I'll be using a hypersport course. Like, what are you doing?
Okay. To be fair, when we did the Nürburgring, I did not use anything that was unrealistic.
I
Okay.
use a Ferrari. I
didn't use a Ferrari. I used an Aston Martin.
Shit, that's already enough for a supercar for me.
I used an Aston Martin Vantage.
I used a Corvette.
You used a Corvette.
Old Corvette.
And Tyler used a Porsche, right?
Yeah. No, he used a Ferrari.
Okay, Tyler used the Ferrari. Tyler did fairly well. After I gave him the tip about how to race, you know, where racers they don't ever let off the gas, really. You just add the brake. He did much better. But let's be honest, who won? Like, all of the races, except for one. Yes, Tyler, we know you won one singular race.
All y'all using hypersport cars, so I'm not using them.
Oh, you used the supercars, hypersport and stuff a couple times.
I used it once.
Oh yeah, that was that was kind of crazy. Well, and we know very well they just spun out because they have too much power.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle it. So yeah,
That's ain't that bad. I thought it'd be worse here.
Oh, downtown? Nah.
I just cleaned the roads off really well.
Yeah. I don't know, the snow's kind of crazy. So, my favorite thing to do in the snow to drive is drifting, obviously. But, donuts too. Like, just, you know, going out in the parking lot, empty parking lot, turn the traction control off, just spinning. Yeah. Well, especially in like this car, because the end is so heavy, the back of it, and it's such a large car. Like, if I can flip the back end out, it'll just take off and just start just going absolutely nuts. It's a lot of fun. I learned how to do that from watching my old man, you know, because he would do that when me and my little bro were little. We'd go in our church parking lot and just spin. And it was so much fun. And my mom always hated it. She couldn't stand it, and it would make her sick. And me and my brother in the back seat be chanting, "Make mama sick, make mama sick," just because, you know, we were little turds. And, well, now we're just big turds. And now we're just jerks. Just older, larger. But yeah. So that was always pretty fun, but that's how I learned how to do that. Yeah. Food was pretty good. We had Banditos the other day. for the first time in forever. Yeah, it was a while. It was really good. We like Mexican food.
A little too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on like. So I was having this debate with somebody recently, and I can't even remember who it was. We were talking about Tex-Mex versus Mexican food and which one is better. Because let's be honest, most of the stuff around here, you know, in the U.S., in this part of the U.S. anyways, is Tex-Mex and not like actual Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
So what's better? Actually, let's just go this way. So like, what's better, Tex-Mex or Mexican, and why?
You asking me this?
Do what?
I mean, you asking me this one?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I really don't really care too much. Really, I just eat it.
Fair enough.
I mean, it all tastes the same to me, in my opinion. Unless I have them side by side and I can like taste the difference. Maybe I could like tell, but like I've never really like tried to like judge it based on like what's what.
Okay, because that's one of the things that we were talking about was like I said that Mexican food tastes very different than Tex-Mex.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is, and I see a big difference because like authentic Mexican food, I feel like is full of much more spices versus like the stuff that we get
especially
around here. Yeah, it was like the stuff that we get around here is
not really spicy.
It's like their spices are like adding maybe some pepper, habanero sauce, and that's it, you know. But it's like Mexican food, you have all kinds of like real spices. So I don't know. I think it just depends. Oh gosh, now I'm hungry. Need food. Need food, man. Yeah. What else do you want to talk about?
What else are we even talking about? We didn't talk a lot about Porsche.
Yeah, a lot about Porsche. Oh yeah, you sent me that thing. How Porsche is going to be they're going back to the combustion engines because of
Porsche's been doing a lot of things, really.
Yeah, because of all the craziness, how much backlash they had against electric vehicles. Now they're going back to combustion, which is kind of ironic because I'm pretty sure, wasn't it Ferdinand Porsche that invented the electric car? I think when cars were first being made, I'm pretty sure he invented the electric car. The very first Porsche it may not have been the very first Porsche, but one of the first few Porsches was electric.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those deals where it's kind of ironic that people are dogging on the Porsche going to electric because realistically they're one of the very few that actually have the right to be electric because they were to start. Yeah, but it was at the time, I think Ferdinand Porsche, I think that's his name. I could be wrong. But he was like, hey, this is a great idea. Or maybe it was a hybrid that he made, not an electric. But Edison's light bulb and stuff was a big thing, and he went to school to learn how to be an electrician and an engineer and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And so he started learning, trying to figure out how to put batteries or run electricity through to power carriages instead of having combustion engines like Henry Ford powering carriages, right? Which is essentially, self-driving carriage, which is a car, right? Which also, very common misconception, Henry Ford did not invent the first car. He was not the creator of the automobile. And I don't know why people think that, but he wasn't. So there's that little fun fact for people who care about history. If you don't care about history, well,
you gotta care about history.
Yeah, you should. You should care some. You don't have to care about all kinds. You should appreciate history. But yeah, I just think that's kind of funny that Porsche's now having all of this backlash for having electric vehicles, so they're switching back to combustion when realistically they were the first ones to create electric and hybrid vehicles.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic. But yeah. I don't know, you got anything else?
Nah, man. I ain't been listening to nothing different, really. Been listening to the same old music. Ain't nothing really came out. I mean, I saw that Drake dropped a new album. Probably not gonna listen to it at all.
Yeah, I won't listen to it.
Just don't. I just don't mess with Drake.
Not really much.
He got
He's
couple
got songs, but I don't know.
That's not like a whole album that I like. That's his.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, there was this new artist, and I cannot remember their name. I'll have to look them up. But, well, I say new. I'm sure they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
I just didn't know who they were. Like, I just found out who they were the other day. Proxima Parada. Yeah, that's them.
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
They have, like, this super chill indie folk type vibe going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking awesome.
Haven't we talked about indie folk in freshman year in music?
Probably.
I think we did.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, like, it's very, I don't know, it's very modern, and you can see where they're using, like, classic, I don't know, a lot of classic stuff, influences from different songs and artists from the folk industry. And it's just, I don't know, they're a great band. You should, for whoever is listening or watching, go check them out. They've got some really cool stuff. Yeah. And Proxima Parada, if you are listening and I'm pronouncing the name wrong, then type in the comments how to pronounce your name. And yeah, you guys are really good. So yeah. Well,
how's your band coming down?
It was pretty good. We practiced last night. Pretty much all of us. One of our singers was busy, but the rest of us practiced. We've got some really cool songs that we're doing. Oh, we're doing some either Money for Nothing or Sultans of Swing, which is really cool. But either way, we're definitely doing some Dire Straits. And anybody who listens to Dire Straits knows they're pretty awesome. We're going to be competing in the Battle of Bands this year in Hampton, Sydney, which will be fun. Do you need to go to Walmart?
Nah.
Get that? Okay.
Get what?
The film. Nah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be competing in Hampton, Sydney's Battle of Bands this year. Last year, the band that won was this band called Farm Use, and they won because they played, I'm pretty sure it was Enter Sandman by Metallica is what they played, and they ended up, like, winning the entire thing.
What song you play, bro?
Do what?
All depends what type of song you play.
Yeah, right. Apparently Metallica was the way to go. I didn't know that people, at Hampton, Sydney would like Metallica, but evidently they did.
It's heavy Sydney. I feel like they like anything.
Hey, I like Metallica. I have no problem with Metallica. Cool band. They've got actually a lot of really great music. I also think Metallica is one of those kind of weird bands where they can definitely be considered as metal, but they're more of a heavy rock, before they are a metal band. So, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Try to get over without slipping and sliding all over the place.
For sure.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I don't know. I like Metallica. But yeah, we're doing some Dire Straits, my band. I don't even know what else we're doing. I think we're going to start doing some originals too, which would be really cool. We've got quite a few originals that we've either worked on as a band before or whatnot, and so we're pretty excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we're playing.
So when is this?
March 29th. Yeah, March 29th.
So after spring break.
Yeah, it's going to be a little while. But yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of bands and stuff. So
where's this at though?
Hampton, Sydney. It'll be down on the fraternity circle between Geek and KA.
It's just one day?
Yeah, just at night. Yeah. We'll promote it more on the podcast for those who want to come see my band play, or any of the other bands too. There are a lot of great bands. Back Sydney band, used to play with them when they first started. I'm not really a country musician. I mean, I can play country, and I do, but I'm not the biggest fan of playing country. So I kind of help them out, with finding a new bassist, and I stepped aside to focus on my band. But they're really good. They've got some great stuff, and they're playing a whole lot. They've been playing around all over actually recently. This last semester, and I think they're going to be playing at like press club and stuff. I think the day that this episode comes out, so that's pretty cool.
I think we're playing Thursday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
But
we have school tomorrow.
yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. It's not supposed to stop snowing, so
It's supposed to keep snowing tomorrow too.
yeah. So I don't know. It's supposed to stop for like a little while tonight, but it's going to be cold enough that everything's going to freeze over, and then it's supposed to snow again in the morning. So that's a good question. I don't know. No clue. All I know is that if we have class canceled and I can get off campus, if I'm able to drive off campus, I will be going to an empty parking lot and doing donuts, just like I did last time we had a snow day.
Last time we had a snow day, I was in my room.
We'll video the donuts. I'll get Caleb to go with me.
For sure.
We'll video it and post it on the podcast or something.
Yeah,
Just kidding. I can't like incriminate myself.
Yeah, I feel like you should. Let people know how bad of a person you are.
Oh my gosh, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Yeah, okay.
So, well, good peoples. I think that's all. Probably a pretty boring episode, but
Hey man, there's nothing really going on. We ain't just going to school.
yeah, been pretty busy.
In Bifer.
Yeah, a lot of snow, so it's been very boring. Nothing much has happened. Oh, we had a winter ball last week. That was probably the only thing that happened. That was fun. I don't know what else we have going on.
That's it. Nothing.
You haven't done anything.
Yeah, but so play basketball.
Yeah. I played one game. Actually, I didn't even play because I pulled my back.
Yeah, I got a game this week.
I think we're supposed to have a game tonight, but I'm pretty sure that's going to get postponed.
Probably.
So, I don't know.
Like postpone or just cancel it.
Yeah.
All depends.
So, it's all good with me either way. I don't really care. I just play to go have fun. You know, that's all I care about. Putting up a couple points every game. As long as I can put up a few points, that's all I care about. So, alright, well, ciao, good peoples. Yeah, let us know in the comments. I don't know.
Shit, I don't even know either.
Yeah, let us know what you guys thought about the Super Bowl thing and, you know, all of that with Kendrick and the roast on Drake. I don't know, like we said, Samuel L. Jackson being in it was probably the coolest thing that Kendrick Lamar could have ever done.
That's the real Uncle Sam right there.
Yeah, it really is. Samuel L. Jackson is just, he's a beast. He's a whole nother genre of persons. He's like, I don't know, he's pretty awesome. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about the Kendrick Lamar stuff in the comments, and ciao, good peoples.